Good evening everyone, Evgenia here, going live on Evgenia's coaching Facebook page on day number 28 out of 30. Wow, I've actually done 28 days of going live in a row. Yeah, man. I got used to it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after my challenge is over. I'm feeling sad already. Maybe I'll just turn it into a habit and just keep popping on every day. I'm just going to share this to my personal page again. Interesting question I see posted by a friend of mine. Are you more afraid than the future, or are you more afraid of the future than of the past? That's a very interesting question, and one I'd love to dive deep into, maybe tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm going to talk about reaching out for help. Hello, one person. Who are you? Say hello, show yourself. It would be great to see who is with me. And tell me, how are you doing with reaching out for help when you need it? Is this something you enjoy doing? Something you hate? Do you find it easy to do it? Or do you find it hard? I'm very curious to know, and I'm going to share some helpful perspectives on asking for help, because we all are human beings and we all need help sometimes. I think I've done that. Yes, cool. I'm all yours now. Maria, hello! Nice to see you. I think this is the first time you actually made it live with me, is it? Oh no, or is it the second? I don't know. But anyway, it's nice to see you, that you managed to make it. So yeah, how are you feeling about this? Oh, you hate reaching out for help. How cool is that? Well, let's hope that after this live you'll find it easier. So, where do we start? Reaching out for help has got to do with getting over our ego, first of all, because our ego wants to be the best, the strongest, to be able to handle it all and be able to do it all alone, and thus grow bigger and more valuable, because the ego is defines itself, its value. The ego defines its value by the things it achieves, right? It doesn't recognize that you actually, the ego is part of you, but it's also actually quite a tiny part of you. Your actual true self has this inherent value, which doesn't depend on any achievements. You're valuable just because you exist. I love helping, but I find it very hard to reach out. Yeah, you're not alone, my dear. The thing is, let me tune into it a bit better. The thing is that in this reality, as human beings, most of us, most of the time, need others for pretty much everything. If you think about it, I'm sure this is a concept you've come across before. Oh yes, the first life was the ray of sunshine. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. There was something before. I've just done so many now that I don't remember exactly what happened when. So it's only natural that we need help sometimes. And when do we need help? We need help when we struggle to, this is at least how I know I need help, is I claim to be a quite self-sufficient person, and I manage usually to deal with things by myself. But also I have moments where I need help. And how I know that this moment, such moment has arrived, this is when I struggle to maintain a constant level of harmony within myself in the area that I'm working on or dealing with. Does that make sense? This would be my definition. And then, so, because to me, or at least that this is a boundary of mine, I like being challenged, but I don't like being, what's the word, overwhelmed and unable to function to my optimal potential. And which happens when I get extra challenged, when it's got extra steep, the hill I'm climbing, be it in my personal, what's the word, being in an area where I deal with my personal stuff, or in the area of my business, or any other area really. In the past, when I had the issues with my partner and then letting go of them, etc., etc. It's, you know what I mean? It's like when you can't thrive on your own, because to me my standard is thriving. I don't just survive. Just surviving is really lame. I don't do just surviving. So yeah, so that's when we reach out for help. And I want to give you like a very nice kind of a metaphor, although it's not even a metaphor, it's an example. An example of, say, in the past when when countries were kingdoms, right? I have a thing about regal stuff and royalty and stuff like that. So I like historical movies of about kingdoms and kings and queens and wars and troops and stuff like that. So imagine this is just such a funny thing I just thought of just before the live. So what happens when a kingdom is being threatened? Say you are a ruler of a kingdom, a queen or a king, and and you get notified that there are troops on your borders, and you're surrounded by troops like high. What's the word? How do you say this? You're surrounded by the troops of your enemy, which are very high in count, by many, many people. And you know that at the moment your troops are lacking the sufficient numbers to fight off all those other troops. So what does every successful king, every responsible successful king or queen, ruler, with their full capacity in here, what do they do in that situation, do you think? Can you have a guess? I'll cut you short there. So what they do is they send the messenger to the other kingdom, of their friendly kingdom, their what was the word? Damn it. Their allies, the countries they are in alliance with. They send a messenger there saying, "Hey, mate, I need help. You know, I'm really screwed here. I need some of your troops. Can you help me with some of your troops?" And and then this friend, the friend king, this is just amusing me so much. They send more counts, like more troops, yes, help, and. And thus this king in question, he manages to protect his kingdom, his people, his everything, right? And what happens if this king is in his ego and he says, "Oh, yeah, I know I'm screwed, but I can't show myself as being weak in front of my friends. I have to deal with this alone. There's no way I'm gonna ask for help. I can't do that. No, not me." What happens then? No more kingdom. Can you imagine a king like that? This would be the most stupid thing a king can do. Do you agree with me? And yet, so often we end up in situations where we want to do it alone. For one reason or another, we want to do it alone. Maria, what is your reason that to not reach out for help? Why are you finding it difficult? I'm really curious to know. Do you realize why you're finding it difficult? And if you don't, maybe now is the time to realize it. You? What does that mean? Why EU? I'm not sure. So basically we are so often, like if we were at the position of a noble, highly responsible person, we would never let our kingdom or ourselves deteriorate when instead of asking for help. I'm used to doing it alone and the ego, yeah. So can I challenge you to ask for help for one thing tomorrow or within the next week? What do you need help with right now? I challenge you, whether you put it in the comment or not, I challenge you to reach out and be vulnerable and say, hey, I need help here. Can you help me with this, please? And interestingly, like we people, we love to help. Like, I mean, this is why I do what I do, for example. Like I go out, I go live online, talking to myself every single day for like 28 days in a row at the moment, out of my willingness to help, to be of service, for nothing else. You know, this is the kind of things we humans do to help. And yet we are reluctant to ask for help or seek help. Sometimes it's, say, if it's a paid help, sometimes it's like to save money. But then, okay, so what are you saving in that situation this money for? If you know that the thing that you need is really going to help you and you really need this help, but you can't afford it, well, this then, what it really means is you don't value yourself enough to give yourself this thing that you need. Because what happens is, okay, you're going to save this money, and what for? To keep struggling with a few pounds more, and what? Do or do not. There is no try. This is what Yoda said. Do it, you know, because I know it can be really difficult. It can really be difficult. I think it's been a long time since I became comfortable with asking for help and accepting help, actually. But I know that it really depends on the level, what level your resistance is at. And if your resistance is really, really high, then just try with something very little. Like asking for help also has to do with our ability to receive. So how are you, for example, if somebody holds the door open for you? Like, do you accept it with gratitude, or do you shy away, or try to hold it yourself, or run through it fast so you don't, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't keep that person there holding the door for you. This is a thing which I've observed with myself, that it was like I used it as an indicator. To the degree to which I was comfortable to keep my normal pace while walking through a door somebody is holding open for me. I'm not talking about take the piss and drag your feet. I'm talking about maintaining just a relaxed как е походка на английски? I forgot this word. It popped out of my mind. Is there even such a word? I'm trying to say a relaxed way of walking. Yeah. Or if you receive like a gift, or even worse, unexpected gift, if you're not used to receiving, not comfortable with receiving. So it's in the little things, you know. And then, yeah, I think level 1 of even learning to ask for help is to learn to receive in general, like whatever you're given. Not say, oh, but you don't, even compliments, you know, receiving compliments when somebody's paying you a compliment, like can you just say thank you very much, or are you saying, oh, but I'm actually looking at I'm actually tired today, no, I look like shit, or something like that. Do you try and quickly talk that compliment down, or can you own it and just say, you know, thank you very much. Yes, I know I'm amazing. I know I'm beautiful. Thank you. Feels really good to receive this. Thank you. Wait, let me see what's happening here. I feel like crap when I ask for help. It's just terrible. But I'm a mess, so alright, I will do it. Terrible. Just do it, girl. You can do it. Come on. Do it and see how your life becomes so much easier. I will start thinking why they left the door open for me. I have trust issues. I would say to this, if you catch yourself like doubting someone's intentions, I would say if it's something like, say they open the door for you, or they give you a nice gift that you enjoy, there's nothing wrong or dangerous in accepting what they've done for you, regardless of their intentions. And I would accept it. Obviously, like naturally you're looking out for your safety, right? So I would accept the gift, or accept the open door, and just have like this little useful self-talk where you say, okay, you're in your right to wonder why they left it open, but also ask yourself, why does it have to be something you are supposed to worry about? Are there any signs? Now, if you see any dodgy signs, then obviously take care of yourself. But if there is no obvious dodginess in the whole thing, then that's a great opportunity to just observe what has a reason within you. Yeah, in that moment, which is great. Like, this alone serves you so much, you know? If you are able to just, okay, I recognize I have suspicious, so I am suspicious to this person. I have suspicions or doubts. Now, let me see how it's always all about you. So you just, okay, so regardless of what this person's intentions are, am I safe? Yes, okay. So if I'm safe, then I can just focus on me right now and see what's going on inside of me. Are there any fears? Are there any thoughts? And just sit with them and try and observe them as much as possible, like without going on too much into making stories about it. Because very often, more often than not, they're just your own stories, as you probably know. Yes, you're a bad receiver, you prefer giving. Yep. Not surprising. The way of walk. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So, and I think, you know, it's like receiving is so important. So important. Like, giving and receiving, some people, I think, I don't know, this example comes to my mind, so I've maybe heard it from somewhere, or maybe it just come to my mind, I don't know. But it can be related to breathing. It's on the same principle anyways, isn't it? It's When you receive, you breathe in. I receive, you breathe out. I give. And if you just want to give without receiving, what is going to happen with you? You know? And you can't. Only so much you can give. At some point you have to receive. Right? The same thing is if you only receive, then you're just going to, like, what? Fill yourself with air until you explode or what? It's just not natural. It's good to, I mean, it's optimum for every human being. Again, it's all about balance. You know, whatever we do, it's about balance. And even like our success in life, it's like to the point to which we can go through it balanced, in a balanced way, balanced within ourselves, is to the point, thank you for the love hearts. Oh, it feels so cool to see little love hearts on my screen. Yeah, to the point to which we can go through life or any experience in a balanced way is, to me, the degree to which we are successful in the thing or in life. Now, is there anything more to say about asking for help? Strangely, nothing is coming to my mind. Maybe I'm done. Do you have any questions, Maria? Or anything for me to keep going on and on and on and on and on about? Or shall I call it a day and get back to it all tomorrow? Giving, asking for help. Did you find the analogy of the king? The proud king, helpful, the proud king who can't show himself as a weak king. What do you mean? I can't handle those troops. No. I may lose my whole fucking kingdom, but I'm not going to go and present myself as being not strong enough. No. Yes, you keep saying, talking about this toxic relationship video. I did not record a video about toxic relationships. I did not. What exactly? Can you tell me what specifically you want to know about it, and I'll talk about it tomorrow. About the subject, because I have quite a good experience with toxic relationships, and I don't know what angle exactly to start talking about it from. So it would be helpful if you tell me what exactly you want me to address about toxic relationships. Okay, so since this is all for now, yes, that's all that's left. I may have mentioned it. I probably have, because I've spoken about so many things, and I'm sure I've mentioned it somewhere, but I don't remember where and what exactly I've mentioned. You know, don't be sorry. This is an opportunity for you to ask and to receive. So ask me what you want to know about this, and I'll be more than happy to address it tomorrow. And yeah, meanwhile, as always, I will put a link to my calendar, so you can book a free consultation session with me if you are interested in working deeper with me. And if you have any questions for future lives, future lives, because I think I'm quite enjoying recording these by now. Really got into the mood. Please shoot them to me in whatever space it's most convenient, in comments or in inbox, whatever, and I will address them. And lastly, share this video, please. Share it to your friends, share with people who may benefit from this, and let's make the world a better place together. What did you say? The toxic one is only... What? Well, the toxic one is the only one you want. What do you mean about that? Okay. Shame I'm getting these comments with some delay. You're very, very welcome. Lots of love to you too. Thank you so much for joining me. It's so much more fun to have somebody to talk to. Okay, bye for now.